someone can wake up in the morning and change the policy in Sri Lanka. The German companies are looking for partnerships when it comes to IT industry or BPO or PPM. There's a scarcity in Germany when it comes to skilled labor. My request, humble request, is to reach out to us so that we can also support. It's sad to say that all our competitors are there promoting their products and services, but not Sri Lanka. If they come to a country, it is lifetime. Even the logistic index, we are far behind. So those things is affecting or impacting or stopping investors coming in.
I'm pretty sure this is the second part of the AHK talk. So make sure that you look our first episode before coming to the second episode if you do want to get a proper idea about what we will be talking in this segment. So back again, Mr. Malintha Gachanayaka. So Mr. Malintha, proceeding with our next couple of questions. What are the areas or the sectors that have the potential growth to grow in between Sri Lanka and Germany?
Well, traditionally, it has always been the agriculture sector, tourism, for exports and also imports. However, we have identified, or even medical, when it comes to imports. But I believe, we believe that Sri Lanka has a lot more to offer than the traditional, industries or sectors. And we see logistic can play a very vital role in Sri Lanka's development in the future because of its strategic location, where it's located in the trade routes, sea routes, very vital position that potential. So logistic will be a ideal bet for Sri Lanka to develop in the future. Not, of course, not putting the traditional trends apart, but I think tourism, agriculture, IT is something that's developing. The German companies are looking for partnerships when it comes to IT industry or BPO or PPM.
They are way ahead of Sri Lanka, but would be very happy to have in line too.
Interesting question because there's a scarcity in Germany when it comes to skilled labor. The technology skill is something that is lacking, and that Germany is opening doors for migrants to come and help their industries. That is very interesting. And even the health industry, there's opportunities for the Sri Lankan skilled workforce. So those are few areas I would say that we can develop. It's a bilateral engagement that can only help these industries to grow. So again, I'm saying agriculture, logistic, medical, IT, tourism. There's no question about that. So those industries need support. Please, my request, humble request, is to reach out to us so that we can also support.
With that humble request, just to ensure that you all have a very trusted place that y'all can reach out if y'all do have plans in the future to get along with all these establishments. So y'all can reach out to AHK and clear out all your doubts and get your dream in a place that you can succeed. And also when talking about the challenges which the trading do face, what are the main trading factors that are being faced when it comes to Sri Lanka and Germany to Sri Lanka? Because taxes do play a part of it. But apart from taxes, what else are there?
Quite a few challenges. Well, speaking, we hold a very close relationship with all these German companies. And, there are few factors that, comes as challenges on a day-to-day business. If I just put you few on the table, consistent policy is a big challenge.
Why
Someone
is it?
someone can wake up in the morning and change the policy in Sri Lanka. That has happened, and that's a big challenge for an investor. And and also I feel that Sri Lanka has a lot of potential in many industries. What we spoke just now, but we don't have a proper national strategy to promote. Example, uh, tourism. There's a lot of potential. We speak. It's a low hanging fruit for Sri Lanka. However, do we market? Of course, we do. But then, is that what we can offer for tourists? Not only the culture, not only the tea, not only the cuisine, not only the beaches. There are many more. We have marine tourism, we have active tourism, we have wellness tourism, Ayurveda. We speak about Ayurveda in and out. But do we go there to an international forum and speak about it? Question mark.
True
No,
enough.
there's a trade fair called ITB, well known ITB. Sri Lanka is present there for many years with a very proper Sri Lankan pavilion. But do we promote sectorial tourism there? No. We can promote medical tourism, we can promote Ayurvedic tourism, we can promote marine tourism, water sports, or whatever. It's not done. So I think that's a national strategy to promote Sri Lanka. And again, I can give you hundreds and hundreds of examples. Ceylon cinnamon, we fought for more than 10 years to get the GI, the geographic indication for Ceylon cinnamon. And finally, we got it. And did we promote it or do we promote it? Is a question mark. Yes, of course, Export Development Board and other agencies are trying to promote. But then there's a lot more we can do to promote Sri Lankan products and services. It's not, worthwhile having a Ferrari in your car park. You got to go there, speak about it at international forums, policy makers, sectors, success stories have to be spoken about. I have, I don't know, for some luck, I have a privilege of traveling to Germany with Sri Lankan delegations very often for different trade fairs, and it's sad to say that all our competitors are there promoting their products and services, um, but not Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan flag is not much visible. Let's put it that way. Not much visible. Uh, so there's even logistic. We have a perfect pitch to play, but then we don't go and promote it strategically. If you go and say Sri Lanka, Colombo, Port of Colombo to some of the stakeholders, there are chances that they might not be knowing about Port of Colombo. So that's a sad situation. So that's what we're trying to do through AHAKA also. Try to raise awareness, give them access to these platforms, but then we can only show them or guide them. It's up to the stakeholders, up to the Sri Lankan government to look at it in a strategic way. I must mention this, very happy to mention this. The Sri Lankan ambassador to Germany is doing her utmost to support or raise awareness. So that there are so many things that we can do out there. So it's a matter of going there strategically. We always participate at the world's largest trade fair for B2C trade fair for agriculture in Berlin every year. We have a Sri Lankan pavilion. Next to us is always the Thai pavilion. They come up with a very strategic approach. So, and they achieve their targets.
Is it like they do not just expose their brand out, but also their country?
It's a combination of country and the brand of the products and etc. That's why I mentioned Ceylon cinnamon. Uh, it got the GI certification, which is a huge achievement for a country like Sri Lanka. And why don't we go and talk about it, make a hype about Ceylon cinnamon out there, so that those things need to be tapped into.
Awesome. So, with that brief idea about what you see as you travel between Sri Lanka and Germany. That's something obvious that your point of view would be valuable. So then the other people do know, okay, what are the strategies that we do want to take if we do want to succeed, if we do want to bring our country out while our product out. So it's like something which is a combination. Well, so what's the situation about promoting German FDI to Sri Lanka?
Before coming to that point, I must also talk about opportunities for Sri Lankan. Recently in 2024, from the 1st of January, if I'm not mistaken, there's a new EU regulation called the EU Supply Chain Due Diligence Act, which is a strict due diligence guideline given to exporters, traceability, human rights. So that stands a huge opportunity for Sri Lanka, comparing our neighboring countries, our competitor set, Sri Lankan standards, Sri Lankan's labor law, Sri Lankan business ethics are far ahead of our competitor set. So that's a huge opportunity for Sri Lanka to grab at this, especially at this moment. So again, Sri Lanka needs to strategically approach it, so that we will stand a chance. Our tea export numbers in the tea industry has dropped. Our textile and apparel industry numbers have dropped. Then I think the industry, the multipliers, the associations, the government, all together, combination of all these stakeholders, they need to approach in a proper strategy with a national policy to grab this opportunity. So where our numbers will expand, our export basket will expand, and end of the day, our national economy will develop. Coming to your point, investment, very important, and that's another important topic for Germany and also for Sri Lanka to develop or to overcome this current economic, we can't call it a crisis at the moment, but then to fluctuation or development, let's put it that way. Again, FDI, to bring down an investor, there needs to be a clear, transparent, a level playing field when it comes to national policy, legal policy. German investors, they take time to invest or come to a country and invest. They'll do their due diligence. They'll do all their homework. They'll come and visit many times. That's their nature. But then if a German investor comes to a country, that's lifetime. We have companies, investors in Sri Lanka who are here for, last say, 30 years, 40 years. They have gone through all the crisis. They have seen the civil war. They have seen the tsunami. They have seen the pandemics. They have seen the economic crisis. They have seen the political turbulence. But still, they're here. They didn't close shop. That means if they come to a country, it is lifetime. So it's not a German company will not come here for 5 years, make their investment back and then go close shop and go. No, that is not their business ethics. So for bring a German/EU investor, we need to give them a proper policy, a steady, consistent policy. We have few industries that has a lot of potential, again coming to tourism, coming to logistics, coming to medical, coming to education. There are a lot of red tape. Will you put money on a table to invest if you have a minority shareholdership? No. It's the same with the investor. So there are few red tapes that Sri Lanka can look at. I, of course, being a Sri Lankan, I understand the some of the reasons behind that. But then why Singapore developed? Why the UAE countries are developing? They are opening slowly but steadily. They are opening the market for foreign investors, foreign companies to come here and do business. So Sri Lanka if we are looking at a bigger picture in say now 2030, we have very comprehensive numbers planned for us to achieve it. Surely we need to look at releasing some of this red tape. If you look at the index, ease of doing business index, Sri Lanka is at the 99th position, which is one of the key aspects an investor would look at. So even the logistic index, we are far behind. So those things is affecting or impacting or stopping investors coming in. So even though we try to promote Sri Lanka as a potential investment country or a destination, at the same time we also need to do our due diligence and look what are the other countries are doing, what's Vietnam doing, what's Bangladesh doing, and then adjust accordingly. At least some minor changes can do a big difference.
Well, so Sri Lanka is titling 99th position in certain aspects, right? So doesn't Sri Lanka know about it? Why isn't Sri Lanka taking the necessary steps? What's your idea on that? How can Sri Lanka overcome it?
Well, ease of doing business index is a World Bank initiative that they do rankings. There are few criterias inside those to come up in the ladder or come up in the ranking. So not only one point, there are few getting an approval from an agency, that also matters. How long will it take to take a decision if an investor comes and wants to lease a land. How long does it take, and how many institute does he have to go? Those are challenges. You and I know what it is. So for an investor, it's quite a challenge. So and they will also look at other destinations. They will not only look at Sri Lanka, right? So they also have other plan A, B, C. So those challenges or those red tapes will open doors for our competitors. So I'm sure the Sri Lankan authorities are aware of it. I hope and pray they're working on it, and ease of doing business has to be surely improved.